I'm so blessed, and we're so thankful for that. To whom much is given, much truly is required. And it's a weird part of the game where, you know, if you would have told me I was in the place where we are right now, and, you know, our marriage and our business and all of that, where it is right now, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have been like floored, not believing you. And we were just both working little jobs, you know, just working and just, you know, believing God. And now we're, you know, doing 10 times that, and realizing that there's more to go, more to come for the type of things that we really have on our heart. Everybody's different. Our businesses went up year over year since it started, including this year. And I really took 2 months off this year because I lost my dad in February. It's ups and downs to this, you know, it really is. It's not all just, you know, rainbows. It was really difficult to lose him. And you're also trying to fulfill your God-given purpose to help other people and to impact others. And it starts to become really full. Your plate starts to become really full. And there you are back in the challenge, you know. So we're just blessed. I am thankful for the kind of problems I have right now. Now I'm trying to figure out with this beautiful woman here how we're going to get it to, you know, multiple six figures a month. That's just our goal. And I know if you're somebody else, either our children watching this or somebody else, whoever, our mentees, whoever's watching, our family, whoever, it can help. You know, you can do it, you can make it. This will be our 22nd year together as a couple. In 2023 will be our 22nd year. We got together in 2001. Raising families, staying together, growing together, trying to grow together and not apart.
Right.
You know, it's a challenge, you know, and God's been good to us. We're still together. We're still in love. We've overcome. We've forgiven. We've excelled. We've pushed each other. I wouldn't be who I am without her and her encouragement, her support. And I think she would feel the same. We got each other's back. And you got to learn how to do that, because we're all naturally selfish. However you think of yourself, you're naturally selfish. We're born in sin, shaped in iniquity. So we're constantly trying to overcome ourselves for the benefit of the family and building this thing called family. We all come from different kinds of families. Some of us come from broken families, single parent families, dysfunctional families, abusive families. And all of us, I think, have some mixture of that, some degree of it, no matter how good our families were, whatever they tried. So, because we're human. And so everybody's trying to overcome that, and it can be overcome. You know, we have I have the family that I always wanted right now. I'm jealous of my own children, not because we spoil them or give them a bunch of stuff, but our bond, you know, what we do together, how they feel about me and her when we walk in the door, and the conversations and the functionality. You know, we love each other. We cry together. We forgive one another, you know, and we work through issues and problems. We work to understand one another, and we work to be unified. And that, just to have that opportunity is a gift, let alone be kind of doing, you know, trugging along, doing pretty well at it. So I'm just giving God praise and where he brought us from. And he can do the same for you. And God is good. So if you follow good, you're going to get good. If you keep doing good, you're going to get good back. It's the law of compensation. It's the law of return. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap it eventually. And so I believe that. I'm thankful for that. And, ask God for forgiveness on any shortcomings. And he forgives you. He helps you, and you improve. And, you just follow those principles of good, principles of prosperity. Don't let anybody talk you out of wanting to be prosperous. You need to be prosperous. The world needs you to be prosperous. Your children need you to prosper. You know, go get education. Go read anything that is positive, man. Don't let anybody else take it from you, or, you know, kind of make it seem like that ain't it. Yes, it is. No matter who you are, you can become more educated. You can become more free. You can become with greater equity. You can own more businesses. You can have more income. You can be closer to God. You can be wiser in your worship. Not all worship is wise. It's good to worship no matter what, but not all worship is wise. It's different levels of worship, you know. And so when you're first starting out, it's just about your mouth and your hands, because that's all you got. So we lift him up. We give him praise. We make a joyful noise, and we continue to do that. But as you continue, there's some more responsibility that's supposed to come other than just foot stomping and hand clapping. He should be able to send you out as an ambassador for the kingdom. That is a different level of responsibility, instead of just saying, oh, say, can you see? And pledging allegiance to the flag. Can I trust you to go to a foreign nation in a hostile environment and negotiate a contract on behalf of the kingdom? That, you know, Christ starts to show you that he's looking for ambassadors for the kingdom, not just praisers, not just worshipers. And he wants to put on more responsibility. He wants you to be able to think on behalf of the kingdom and on behalf of your own family and children. It's all connected. You know, he chose Abraham because he would raise up a family for the kingdom of God. So Abraham's family interests were directly in line with God's overall interest for the whole planet. And I believe it's the same for us, you know. And so, you know, can you parent better? You know, can you stop doing and saying dysfunctional things? And sometimes you're not aware. Most of the time you're not even aware of it. And then God will show you something. He'll send you something. He'll spark something in your heart. That's not right. That's too harsh. That's not enough. You're not being strict enough. You're not putting in enough discipline. You're not encouraging enough. You're too critical. Different things. That's important. That affects the entire generations of your bloodline. They're depending on you to get that right. If you get it right, there's unbelievable amounts of return that will come into the earth and to your family because of you raising up good children or having a good marriage or, you know, having savings. All this stuff matters. It's not just it's not carnal. You know, it depends on your heart and why you're doing it. And so, you know, I just want to encourage us in our future, if we look back on this or whatever it is, to keep going. The struggle is important. It matters. And God is with you. He's with us. And we're looking to do some new things here in 2023. We're prosperous. I want to be more prosperous. I want to be so prosperous that it affects other people. Not just my family. I got everything, you know, that I thought I wanted. I don't have everything I want, but I got pretty close to what I thought I would want, you know, as a young man. And, you know, sports cars and nice house and beautiful wife and all this stuff, you know, and money in the bank, and I can buy some shoes and, you know, that kind of stuff. But as you get older and you get more experience, you realize, man, I want to give, you know. I want to build somebody a home in Honduras, you know. I want to sponsor, you know, a child in Africa, that their entire education. You want to do things like that. And in order for you to do that, you got to step it up. And so that's what that's what part of the game we're on. You know, how do we step it up for God's glory? How do we teach others how to step it up? If you don't have an LLC right now, you're tripping. You know, get an LLC. Well, I don't know what the business is supposed to be. Get an LLC. Well, I don't know what to call it. Call it your last name. Well, you can always change that stuff later, right? You need a holding company, right? You just need an entity that is on the books. That you got to get the entity. You got to get the legal representation of what God has in your heart. You got to put it on paper. That's writing the vision. That's making it plainer, right? It may not be fully plain to you, but the part that is plain, move on it, you know. I can look back and I realize that every great thing that ever happened in my life, as far as businesses and ministries and stuff, it just started with an LLC. It just started with a document that it was official. It's a $50 fee, $100, something small that says, hey, this is real in my heart. And I'm manifesting it into the real world. And that's important. Get your LLC immediately, right? Get you an entity. After you get the entity, you get the customer. That's what I would say. You get the entity, and then you get the customer. And what I mean by get the customer is up here first. Then get them on paper. Who are they? Who could they possibly be? How much money do they make? What do they like about what you're about to do? Your product, your video, your idea, your ministry. What are they going to get from it? How are you going to deliver it to them? Right? How are you going to execute that value? What's going to be different about you? It could just be a name. It could just be a symbol. It could be your personality. It could be the way it smells. It could be so many different things. But figure out what differentiates you for them. Why would they do business with you possibly? Is it your story? Is it your background? Right? Any one of those things is great. Right? Get the entity, get the customer, and get the differentiator, And then what are you going to charge? And do not compete on price. This is all game. Do not compete on price. When you're starting out, you don't have enough money to compete on price. You're not Walmart. You need to be expensive. The business should look expensive. Now, I'm not talking about wasting money to make it look expensive. I'm saying your mindset. The business is within you. How you think should be expensive thoughts. You should read books that make you feel and think expensive on an expensive level. Right? That all comes through in how you speak, what you say about the business, the marketing, all of that. It's a mentality. And you need to give a lot of value, but you should also expect a high price for it. And then go after those clients that can provide you with that high price. That's very important. Don't start at the low level. Don't compete with Walmart. Don't compete with Sony. Don't compete with people that can blow you out on price. That doesn't make sense. You need to find the top of the market. The only difference is the level of the customer. And so when you're broke, you need to be selling Mercedes. You need to be around those kind of people. You need them as clients. You need to be around them. You need to be in their homes, or on their streets, trying to solve their level of problem. And that will elevate you as a person quicker than I think almost anything else can, other than a coach or mentor, because they're going to do the same thing, right? So that's all I'll say for now. I could give you 18 more, but 2023, it's your year. This is your year. This is going to be a renewal year for a lot of people. It's going to be a year of restarting, starting over, rebuilding. It's a Nehemiah year. This is all just coming out of my spirit right now. I haven't pre-thought this out. That's what I feel in my spirit. It's a Nehemiah year for somebody. Somebody's about to rebuild the land. Somebody is about to rebuild the wall, rebuild the family, rebuild your idea, rebuild your self-esteem, rebuild your marriage. It's about to be rebuilt. All you've got to do is do like he did. Get the vision really clear in your mind. Put it down on paper. He wrote the king a letter, right? He had the idea of what he wanted to do down, so that when he got in front of the opportunity, when he got in front of the king, he was ready with a specific plan to say, I want to do this and I need this to do it. And some of you are going to be put before someone great this year, but you don't know what it is, when it is. It might be February, it might be June, it might be November of 2023, and you've got to be ready. You cannot be caught unaware. You got to have thought this through. You got to have the faith there. You got to be on and charged up, ready to go with it written down. You got to have your LLC in place, and then favor, right? So it's going to be like that for some of you. I'm hoping it's going to be like that for me to go to the next level of what we're trying to do, right? Because $1 million a year, that's cool, but I want that a month, right? We're trying to get to that level. So it starts with your faith. If you're hearing this, is this for you? You decide. You decide, is this for you? You want to think about this? You want to say, hey, you know what? I believe God, he can turn me around. I'm at just a little job right now, and it's not even secure. But I believe that he can give me my own business. I believe he can show me a product, an opportunity, a ministry, a calling, a book, an idea, a program that I can participate in and give to the world and change my entire family tree. That's what I hear him saying. We love you. Peace.